Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. This week, I know I promised you some pro tips from the professional photographers we've had working with the A9. I am going to show you some images that they've sent us, which are amazing. Of course, these guys are pros, but unfortunately we haven't got their full feedback yet. We're still waiting on it. So what I'm going to show you instead is a couple of my favorite features from the A9. One in particular, which is the registered settings. So I'm going to show you on the back screen of the camera how to do that, and I'm going to pop over there and through the magic of editing, we'll take a look. And here we are. So what I've got here is a basic sort of portrait setup. I'm single point focused. I can just quickly pick my focus and then, it's set to single release. So that's fine. But what if something happens, that's fast action and I want to capture it, but my settings aren't quite there? Normally I'd have to jump up here and change my focus to continuous, and then I'd need to also change to drive mode. And by that point, maybe I also really want to have like wide area focus. So then, I need to jump in here and change that around. So it'd be great to be able to quickly have those settings adjust on the fly so I can immediately be ready to shoot. So what I can do is I go into the menus and set up a registered custom shooting setting. So I'm going to press set up, hold 1, and essentially I can have a whole bunch of settings which all change at the press of a single button. And I just press and hold that button. So here I've got shutter priority. That's great for capturing fast action. My shutter speed is going to be 1/500th of a second. Again, good for fast action. Continuous shooting, not worried about exposure compensation, so I'm not setting it. ISO is going to be auto, so I'm ready for anything. Metering mode, I'm going to go for highlight, just to be a little bit cautious. I can always pull up those shadows later. Continuous AF, of course, if I'm capturing something that's happening fast. And I'm going to go for a wide focus area, so I know even if it's going on quickly and I can't frame it perfectly, I can still get focus. And I'm going to set AF on to on, so I know it's going to be focusing on whatever's in front of the camera. So I'm going to set all of that, I'm going to hit register, and then what I'm going to do is jump out to the menus again, and I'm going to go to my custom buttons and assign that to a custom key. So I'm going to assign it to the focus hold button. That's this button on the side of the lens here. So normally this just locks out my focus, but I'm going to reassign it to this recall custom hold 1. And now, as long as I'm holding that button, all of those settings are active. So I'm shooting my portrait of the chair, and then suddenly, something happened. I push that button, now I'm on wide area autofocus, it's ready to go, it's in shutter priority, 1/500th of a second, the ISO is auto, and if I start holding down the shutter, I'm getting that high speed burst as well. So that's a really great option to have because you can very, very rapidly switch between your current settings and then have that registered preset ready to go at the press of a button. So that's my favorite new feature. And now once again, the magic of editing will transport me back to the chair. Incredible. So there you have it. Registered custom shooting settings, something really interesting that is not a headline feature on the A9, but is going to add so much in terms of versatility and just flexibility in the way you can use the camera. So I hope you found that interesting. I'm going to leave you now with some of the images that professional photographer Michael Dodge took for us while he was testing out the camera, and I'm hoping next week I can give you some pro tips from Michael and from others to really get you ready to make the most of the A9. That's it from me. Thanks a lot.